TheCraftBuddies. This is my new series called the How To series, and in this series I will post videos that shows you how to make stuff, and I will explain how stuff works, how you can use them. And yeah, in this episode, this first episode, I will talk about nuclear reactors, how to build one, how to storage the electricity from them, and how you can use the transformers to power up different stuff in your Minecraft life, or what I should call it. Whatever I should call it. So yeah, so let's do it. So as you can see, I've already built this little square box and filled it with water to cool the nuclear reactor down when it's online, because this gets pretty hot, so the water helps it to cool down. And by the way, actually you're supposed to have it in a closed space, not like this, because if it explodes it will probably blow up everything around it. So if you take reinforced stone around it, you'll get the most protection. You just put it like this, like a square box, reinforced stone. Okay, as you can see, I have additional reactor chambers on this one to get more space, and I will explain a little bit more over here. When I put it like this, I only get 18 slots in this nuclear reactor, which means I can't have so many uranium cells in it, because I need to have coolant cells, integrated reactor. You actually don't need this one, but you actually don't need anything. But if you don't want it to blow up, you should put in these three types of stuff in it. And these reactor chambers just adds more space. Each one gets, from each one you get 6 more extra slots, which mean I have 18 plus 18 right now, which is 36. And you can have it all around like this, so you get the maximum capacity. But I don't have it like this, because if I have it like this, I'm not gonna be able to turn it off if I have uranium cells in it. I have to take them out, because you need to have the redstone connection directly to this nuclear reactor, like so. You can't do like this. This won't work. If you do like this, this will not work. Not either from the sides, it won't work. So you have to do it like this if you want to have it a switchable nuclear reactor. Okay, this is my nuclear reactor setup, and as you can see, it contains 6 uranium cells right now. And I'm gonna explain to you what every component in this nuclear reactor does, and what they're good for, that kind of stuff. So let's start with the uranium cell. The uranium cell is the power source, and the uranium cell produces the heat. So yeah, that's why I have so many coolant cells over here. And yeah, the coolant cells, as you can hear in the name, they just cool down the uranium cells. The integrated heat dispersers actually take the heat from one cell, and it can, let's say if this cell is pretty hot, and these cells over here, these two coolant cells, are not as hot as this one, it splits up the heat, so all the heat gets divided into all these three over here. So, and therefore more efficient cooling system. This reactor plating also cools down by this reactor plating can store heat. I think it can store something about 10,000 or something in heat or what I should call it, and every tick 0.1 of that heat disappears, so they're pretty good. So if your reactor gets very hot, these are very good to have, because they store the heat. They only store the heat if they can't put the heat into another coolant cell nearby. So it's almost like the integrated heat dispersers, but this one doesn't store any heat. This integrated reactor plating stores the heat. Okay, I have 4 different cells in this bag. The uranium cell, the re-enriched uranium cell, the depleted isotope cell, and the near depleted uranium cell. And this near depleted uranium cell is a very rare byproduct you get after using these uranium cells, and it produces heat but doesn't produce any power, so you should take them out after you have used them, so they do not produce any excess heat. So yeah, and this depleted isotope cell, well, this is, you can create them by putting, if you take one near depleted uranium cell and combine it with one coal dust, you can create a depleted isotope cell. And this depleted isotope cell can be recharged to a re-enriched uranium cell by putting it in like this with the other cells. Depending on the heat of the surrounding, depending on how hot the nuclear reactor is, it will charge slower or faster. It will charge faster if it's hotter. Okay. Yeah, that will turn into a re-enriched uranium cell. The re-enriched uranium cell can then be turned into a uranium cell by using one coal dust. Okay, so right now I'm gonna talk a little bit more about power storage. And as right now I have turned this nuclear reactor off, but I'm going to turn it on again. And if you look at the wires over here, now it's directly connected to these high voltage transformers, megavolt transformers, and the low voltage transformer. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more and explain about them later in this video. But right now I'm going to show you what I mean. And as you can see, it gets power right now, but as soon as I turn off this supply, I will get power, but not forever, because I've actually turned off the power source, so there is can't get power from it nowhere right now. As you can see, it still works. There's still some powers in the transformers, but I'm gonna speed it up a bit with some overclockable upgrades, so the electricity disappears a little bit quicker. And there everything goes. So right now you can see that there is no power at all. That's why I use the MFSUs over here, which I will talk about a little bit more right now. Now the input is on all other sides except for this side. This is the output. So if I try to do like this, which I will show you, I will just get some cable real quick. It won't work because this is the output side of the MFSU, but if I put it like this, the power is now getting transferred from this MFSU to this one, as you can see. And when this one gets full, the power will start filling. It will start filling this one instead. So right now I have a capacity storage. I can storage up to 20 million EUCs. the more you put in series, the more you can store. As you can see, I have put them in parallel right now, which means they're all using the same wire to charge. They're not in series like so. And what this does, they can all charge at the same time, but they charge at a slower rate, as you can see. And because it's 4 of them, each of them get 1/4 of the power from the nuclear reactor. If I have 3, 1/3. You can also use the MFE to store the power from the nuclear reactor, but this one can't store as much energy as the MFSU. This one can store up to 600,000 EUTs. So yeah, it's the same thing. You can put them in parallel, and the series, this is series right now, and as you can see, it works the same way. Now, what can you do with all this power? Storage. You just built your own nuclear reactor and you get all this power. Well, do not try to connect anything directly to this wire, because they will just explode. I will show you guys. If I have a, let's take a simple, like the mace rater. Look at this. Boom. Just exploded directly. So this power needs to go to the transformers. These transformers transfer down the voltage, so you can use it with electronic stuff. And still, this is the high voltage transformer, so if I do like this, it does not work well. In the megavolts, it does not work. In the low volts, it works pretty good. The reason why I have 3 of them like this is the low voltage transformer, this is the megavolts transformer, and this is the high voltage transformer. And this because if I put one, as I said before, it just explode like this. So I have to have all the 3 of them like this in series to power this up. And as you can see, it's powered up, so I can actually use it right now. But there is one thing you can do to make it handle more power, and that is, it's called transformer upgrades. It looks like this. And there's also another upgrade you can do. This is called the overclock. Yeah, when you do like this, if I put in 4 of them in here, now we can handle much more power. So if I do like this, instead of having this transformer over here, just plug this in directly into the megavolts as I did. Now I did a stupid thing. A second. So now it doesn't blow up, does it? And it gets the power. These overclock upgrades makes it faster. So if I have a, let's we say we have, okay, unlimited doesn't work. Color iron. Okay, let's put in the iron in here. As you can see, it's working. These guys makes it faster. I think I can have one up to 8 or something. Let's see. As you can see, yeah, it works pretty well right now. We can have even more. 10, 12. As you can see, that if you take too much, it won't be enough power. Now it just stopped. It's too much. Up to 12. Yeah, 11 is the maximum. Look, it's already 64 over there. As you can see, it works very good, and it's pretty fast right now. This does also work with the extractor. As you can see, it has 4 extra slots over here which you can put the transformer upgrades in. and the overclock will upgrade. So let's say some rubber wood. Okay, like so. As you can see, it gets faster. You know it, but you can't have too many of them because that will happen. It draws too much power and it does not work. Works well with 7. Now 8 is the maximum for the extractor. Okay, this has been Said from the Minecraft Buddies, and if you like this video, please rate, comment, or even subscribe, and stay tuned for our next episode. So, see you later, guys.